Hi guys, welcome to Classic TV Facts and Trivia. Thank you for being here. Doing a new one. I've not done any videos on this TV show, and the reason I'm doing it now is not so much because it was a good show, but because of how messed up this was, what these guys got paid. It's crazy. Emergency was TV's biggest bargain during the 1970s. In the early 70s, Emergency took the country by storm as one of the first series to bring public awareness to EMS and popularize firefighters as heroes. What started out as a show about fire engines and saving lives quickly turned into something much bigger. With all the influence Emergency had on the country, one might think that the series' two stars, Randolph Mantooth and Kevin Tighe, were paid big bucks. Not only did they act, but they also saved lives, sometimes even real ones. But according to a 1972 interview with the News Record, the two actors were the biggest bargain in all of television at the time. They spent their days on set scaling high places, standing too close to fires, and yet somehow still held it together in front of the cameras. According to the interview, they did all of this while working under Universal Studios' basic newcomer contract. Get this, guys. $250 a week for the first year, $300 a week for the second, and $400 a week for the third. Compared with James Arness and Mike Connors, who each made more than $1 million a year, it's clear Mantooth and Tighe were making far less than they deserved, especially given the demands of their on-screen roles. But the money was only half of it. Their schedules were constant, sleep was scarce, and the long hours at the studio and on location proved to be the challenging as the pay. Last season, we worked 15 to 18 hours a day until we were ill. Then they brought in doctors and had them stay on the set to give us pills. There was never a show in which so much was done in so little time. Part of Emergency's challenges stemmed from the frantic race to compete with All in the Family, which aired opposite them on CBS and was becoming one of the nation's most popular shows. This added fuel to the fire, making it a challenge far bigger than the two actors, or even two firefighters for that matter, could handle. One night we finished the last scene of the show at 11:30 p.m. and thought we were going home. We were so tired we couldn't even think. According to the interview, when Tighe and Mantooth finally finished taping all the episodes in season 1, Webb gave each of them a $5,000 bonus. But given the toll the schedule took and seeing others actors get rich, they said it felt more like a pity bonus than fair compensation. At times, we feel upset by the low pay. But then we think where we'd be if we weren't on the show, Mantooth said. $250 a week. And I mean, this is the early 70s. Think back, Don Knotts in the early 60s was making, I think it was $1,275 a week in the early 60s. And this is the early 70s. It's crazy. And, you know, I would have done it 18 hours a day for $250 a week. That's crazy. And you know, I guess there is a law now, but they shouldn't be able to pay that little bit. You know, that's nuts. Well, I guess if, you know, the actor wants to do it, that's his business, but just crazy. I would have done it. How about you? $250 a week. You guys have a great day. God bless you, and I'm praying for you.